One of the most important things that skilled drivers are good at is sharing the road safely with everyone else. Not just with cars and larger vehicles, but also with other road users, like pedestrians, people on motorcycles, mopeds, bikes, even horse riders.
It's easy to fall into the habit of only looking for cars and larger vehicles and not see other road users, especially bikes and motorcycles, which are smaller and often use different parts of the road to cars. So, here are some tips for making sure you're never the driver who says, "Sorry mate, I didn't see you."
Okay, should we go?
Yeah.
Common places where drivers fail to see other road users are at intersections, when coming out of driveways or car parks, and at roundabouts. Remind yourself to check for bikes, motorbikes and pedestrians at these places, and take a second look if necessary. Always slow down and be prepared to stop near schools, shopping centres, bus stops and pedestrian crossings and other places where pedestrians may suddenly walk out in front of you. Oh, and pedestrian. So you couldn't see him because of the parked car, and then suddenly he's, crossing. Yeah.
When you're turning left at an intersection or a driveway, or when you're leaving a roundabout, you need to get into the habit of checking to your left for any cyclists coming up beside you who are going straight ahead. If there is someone, wait until they've passed before turning.
It's like having another lane on the road.
Yeah. When you're turning right at an intersection, you need to make sure you check for oncoming motorcyclists and cyclists that are going straight ahead or turning left. The other tricky situation is when you have to cross a cycle path where cyclists can travel in either direction. Here, you have to look in both directions along the cycle path for cyclists, as well as checking the rest of the traffic.
Another situation where drivers need to take care is when passing cyclists and mopeds. When you are passing cyclists in particular, you need to give them plenty of room. The official recommendation is at least 1.5 meters. You don't need to try and nip out in front of her.
But this would be okay?
You could, but that bend you might have oncoming traffic. Like this.
Okay.
So that's a classic example. It's much better just to remain patient and you're safe now. That's great.
To pass cyclists or moped riders, you usually have to move towards the centre of the road and sometimes cross the centre line. Make sure the road ahead is clear enough and wide enough to pass safely. Remember your usual 3-step routine of mirror, signal, shoulder check. Make sure you're well clear of the cyclist before you move left again. Drivers sometimes misjudge how fast cyclists can travel and cut in too early.
Cyclists are allowed to move into the middle of the lane if they need to avoid roadside hazards, be seen better by motorists when they come up to intersections, or when the road is too narrow for cars to pass them safely. In these situations, wait until they've moved back towards the curb before you pass them. Finally, also be mindful of other road users when you stop. Check your mirrors and over your shoulder before opening any car doors. A good habit to get into before you open the door is to turn your body to look behind you, checking for other road users.